Welcome viewers to the next episode of our Expert Speak series brought to you by Aditya Organic Certifications, where we're bringing together experts from various areas to talk about subjects around sustainability, organic practices, among others. Today, my guest is Ms. Surya Narmada. She's an agriculture consultant, FPO marketing expert, a government registered valuer for agricultural lands, and proprietor of Kowais Agro in Chennai. Her interests are farm compliance, good agriculture practices, therapeutic horticulture, landscaping with native species, ADR in agriculture, agriculture valuation, and FPO market valuation. Today, she will be talking to us and sharing insights around good agriculture practices. So nice to have you with us, Ms. Narmada.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for the opportunity. And it is also my pleasure to be with your firm here. And I think if we can start as a discussion in this meeting.
Absolutely. So, what are good agriculture practices and how do farmers benefit from it?
Actually, good agricultural practices means, by definition, by FAO, we are having a set of things. And practically also, we can see what is the good agricultural practices. By definition, it is a collection of principles to apply for on-farm or post-production also. And the final output should be, it should be a safer and healthy food and non-food of agriculture products. It may be agriculture product. Yeah, it may be used as a food or as a cash crop or like that, non-food. But either way, it should be safe and healthy.
Okay. Okay.
Then they are also taking into account economic, social, and environmental sustainability. That is also the most important thing. Economic sustainability, that is from the farmer's point of view, and also from the consumer point of view. Then social, and when it comes to social, they have to look into the local community also, how it will benefit. Then environmental sustainability, as usual, that eco-friendly things and the environmentally stable things we have to go for. Then what are the benefits for farmers? No, the next you have asked that thing.
Yes.
No?
Yes.
Yeah. Benefit for farmers. Actually, first thing, it promotes sustainable agriculture. We are in good agriculture practices. We are not going to talk about strictly we have to go towards organic cultivation or nature cultivation. Here we are going to talk about good agricultural practices, even if it is chemical fertilizers or traditional fertilizers or traditional inputs. Everything should be used in a judicial way, so that they should have a reasonable. They have to spend reasonable on the inputs, and at the same time it should be efficient.
Okay.
Then farmers' point of view, when they produce a product through this GAP program, then it will surely meet the national and international environmental standards. Okay, then actually normally what we have discussed before, no, it improves the safety and quality of agri products.
Okay. Okay.
And once when you are entering into this GAP program, the farmers will be very much aware of the food regulation policies and everything which is happening in their own country. Then finally, in each and every step here, we have to take the residual toxicity. So this residual toxicity will give an indication to the farmers.
Okay.
That whether the product, the quality of the product is good or not.
Okay.
Then food safety. It in turn indirectly it encourages the food safety. And here the most another important point is it optimizes human and natural resources.
Okay.
So once they are going into GAP program, everything should be planned in such a way that they have to use human resources and natural resources in an efficient.
Okay.
Then automatically, if we do all these things, they will get the better price.
Okay. Okay.
And indirectly, it will it will strengthen their livelihood.
Okay. Okay. So if a farm produce is grown as per the GAP program, what benefits will be there for the consumers?
Consumers automatically, first thing, they will get the good quality products, then toxic free products. Because they are checking out the residucity, no? So on normally this will be a toxic free product. And one another important thing, they may be knowing the source from where they are getting the product. If they are getting the certification, if they are having, and if they are having a look into the certification, they knew that what they eat, where it is coming. So that thing they are going to know.
Okay.
And when they are taking up this GAP certified products, consumers will also automatically have the awareness on the good quality products.
Okay. Okay. What do you think will be, its help for fruit and vegetable sellers? How do you think it can help them?
It is a little difficult question to answer, because right now the fruit and vegetable seller, whether they themselves are thinking of these things, practically in India, very minimum people are having this awareness as a vendors. But once they enter into this GAP program, they are surely having their own benefits they are having.
Okay.
First thing, they can have a good reasonable price without bargaining. The consumers, once they knew the product, it's okay, it's quality. Nowadays, the awareness has been increased actually because of these fruit and vegetables. So good reasonable price they will be getting, and they will be also getting the authenticity of the product. And as a fruit and vegetable seller, they too knew the source.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and one more thing, if they can source from the nearby places. And regular continuous supply, they can have it, and they can even have fresh products.
Okay. Okay.
And then since the product comes through the GAP program, that GAP program is having its own effect on the storage also. Okay. So automatically the shelf life of the product has been increased.
Okay.
That will be useful for the seller.
True. So if a farmer follows GAP practices, what effect will it have on the land, environment, and on the local community?
Surely, first thing, soil health. Actually, this GAP program starts from the soil health management. So always we will treat the soil in such a way, it will be in a good healthy condition, not only by the input of chemical fertilizers or like that. As a whole, some wholesome process will be taken care, and the soil will remain healthy always, and no depletion of inputs will take place.
Okay.
Because we will be balancing that, one thing. Then toxicity will be less. Then through GAP program, we are taking into account the soil conservation measures. So these three things will go with the soil. Then next comes the water conservation. Water, surely we are here, irrigation system also, we are going for efficient use of water. So automatically it will go with water conservation. Then it is good for the environment. Then efficient use of fertilizers. That will be helpful for the land. Then cattle management. Actually, we need cattle to supplementary the farm inputs. Yeah. So automatically for the local community, if a group of people is going for cattle rearing, we are going to use their inputs. Sorry, their outputs as farm inputs. So it will be of mutual benefit thing. Then when we are going for GAP with a planning program, then we need some human resources, actually skilled human resources that they can be getting from the local community. So automatically local community will be benefited from this. Then with all these awareness, they themselves, each and every village can form a farmer producer organization, so that it will pave way for their market facilitation. They can go for the direct market.
Okay. So is there a certification program to certify GAP? And how can such certification help the farmers or producers get access to export markets?
Yeah, sure. Actually, this GAP, Good Agriculture Practices itself, it's a certified program. Actually, there are two type of GAP certification is there. For India level, it's INGAP, and in the global level, we are having global GAP. So we can get both certification. INGAP will support us to get a better price, and we can sell our good quality products in the Indian market at a reasonable price. And with authenticity, what I have talked about before, no, that things.
Yes.
And in this global GAP, surely it will fetch a very good income through export market. If they are having the global GAP certification to EU countries or USA or Middle East countries, usually they will be getting a very good price in the export market.
Okay.
Because quality assurance will be there.
Correct.
And toxic free, both the things, quality assurance with the toxic free. Sure. And so it is a safety and safer and healthy food. So they will be getting the premium price.
Correct.
And here this INGAP is actually here GAP certification is managed by Quality Council of India.
Correct.
As of now, it is with the voluntary certification program.
Yes.
Surely these certificates give authenticity to the product. No doubt in that.
Okay. So how does GAP support the safety and good health of the workers who are involved in it?
Actually, it's the most important point, sir. As far as the GAP program is concerned, the first thing we have to give training, technical training to the laborers, and we have to make them skilled. Then after that, since we are going with the efficient use of chemicals and whatever inputs, there is no exploitation of the human health by overuse of chemical ingredients. One thing. Then they will be trained to handle machineries also. So that will also avoid accidental things like the thing. And we are giving first aid knowledge to them. So that if they are encounter with some snake bite or a small cut and all, they themselves can take the first aid.
Okay.
So these protocols will help, surely help the safety and health of the workers.
Okay.
So we are giving moral support also through financial aid, and even adopt a farmer scheme is there, and interest-free loans. So when the village comes in under one roof, automatically everything will be planned and given in that way, so that the whole community is having a healthy living.
That's nice. So as a parting message, if you have to give to the farmers and consumers to encourage the adoption of GAP, what message would you have?
Actually, first, now we are, when you are going through the GAP certification program, everything will be like a theoretical thing. So it will be, it seems like that it is having a lot of paperwork. But in due course, in near future, each and every farmer has to aware of that thing. First as a consultants, what we have to do, and being an organic certification body, you keep on giving some trainings to the farmers in developing their soft skills and developing their planning skills. So this way we can help them, and at the same time they have to take this thing seriously. And at least right now, after this session, if any farmer is hearing to this session, at least they have to put it in paper. Okay, today I bought this thing. Today I sold this much thing. Some revenue and expenditure, at least some planning. Because we are having a set of planning and all through GAP certification program. At least this, after this session, they should start at least a minimal day book work. What they are doing. So if they are able to write and keep, then at the end of the crop, they will be knowing how much they have spent over there, and how much profit they took from that, and whether this practice is viable for them or not. As of now, no farmer is taking this into account. They are simply going to the farmland, and they are working, they are toiling themselves to the core. And once when they are coming to the marketing, they will get this attention in their mind, and they will sell for whatever price they get.
Correct.
So if we have proper planning, and since if we planned properly, surely we will be having our mind towards marketing too. So whatever you do in a farm, if it is remunerated by a piece of paper, then only the real profit will go to the farmers.
Correct.
So slowly they have to take as a farming as a farm business.
Correct. How do you think consumers can also play a part in this?
Consumers has to encourage them. Okay, so if they are producing a GAP certified product, and if it is little more than the market price, surely they have to go and buy, sir. Like a thanksgiving to the farmer.
Correct.
In that way, so but when we are going with the direct marketing, price will be also reasonable only. So now the product is coming through some 4 to 5 hands.
Yeah.
Crossing through a 4 to 5 hands. If we are going to buy directly. And another thing, consumer will be getting a fresh product.
Correct. Fresh product and chemical free.
Fresh product they will be getting it.
Correct.
But from my point of view, when consumers once tasted that type of food, they won't go away from that.
That's true.
Actually, right now we are facilitating marketing of 400 products. Farmers products. Actually, provisions mainly we are doing it. Since they are knowing the farmers and their preparation and everything, the customers who are coming to us, they have remained more than 5 years. Actually, I have started that in 2017. Till now, they are buying. The first customer who bought in 2017, still she is buying.
Wonderful.
So slowly, but it will take up slowly. That's the thing.
Yes. So it is a slow process, but it's a process worth investing in, so that in the long term, that is what will pay dividends. And more importantly, from the environment standpoint, also it is something that we cannot afford to not consider any further. So
and one more thing, after this pandemic, after this 2 years of life, at least we people has to be aware of that, how minimal damage you can do to the environment. And kindly don't disturb the environment to the maximum possible extent.
True.
Because now we are reaping that. What we have sown, now we are reaping. At least right now, we have to get awareness of that, so that we can leave a good world to the next generation.
Absolutely.
At least peaceful and healthy world to next generation.
True. So thanks, Narmada. This was very insightful session, and the very practical inputs that you've given, both from how farmers need to start imbibing it, and from a consumer standpoint, how they have to encourage that, so that in the long run, it's good for everybody on this planet. Thank you once again for your time.
Thank you, sir, for the opportunity.